Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Monday, July 29th, 2024, 3:30 in the afternoon, and I am going to go over a live trade webinar to show you one of the dozen different trading strategies that we have, and the one that I particularly like. When we train people, we develop a customized trade plan based around your availability to trade and your risk profile. And our ultimate goal is to help you become a financially successful currency trader using our simple yet highly accurate proprietary indicators. And that is what I want to show you today. So with that, let's get going. We need to first listen to this guy, and we'll be on our way.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Now, we train in 3 different ways. Well, actually 4 different ways. We've got a bunch of recorded videos that provide instruction that have been time tested and are short enough, clear enough, and easy enough for you to follow along. We supplement that with group webinars. We supplement that with live trades like I'm doing now, where an experienced trader will come online and kind of walk you through how they look at things and analyze things. And at the end, you'll have the opportunity to copy the trade. And then the kind of the capstone of it is the personalized one-on-one training, which is I've found to be the most effective and efficient way to learn anything, is to have somebody who is a private tutor to you, who has been there, done it, and can figure out what you know and don't know, and knows what you need to know, and is able to communicate that information to you. I do 3 live trades a week. This one we're at right now, tomorrow morning and Thursday morning. Every afternoon at around 4:15, I also send out an overnight trade, which I include a video that shows how I figured it out. That is with a different trade strategy than the one we're using now. But when you become a member, every morning at 10 a.m. We do a live trade. Every evening at 6 p.m. we do a live trade. And then you can see we have lots of training sessions for you to constantly be reinforced, retaught, on the proper trading techniques. Athletes, a pro football player works on the same drills they did when they were in high school. Now they supplement that, but the basics are the basics. We keep reinforcing the basics so you can get better. I like to work off of a little checklist. Being an old guy, I I have trouble. Oh, come on. Sometimes I forget things. So come on. Where are we at here? Why can't I find what I'm looking for? Here we go. Sorry about that. I like to restart my green charts every day. It just helps. Sometimes if you leave it open for a while, it starts to slow up. So refreshing it keeps it fast. It picks up any updates that they may have done, and they are constantly working on improving it. They've got some new tools out that I've been testing and that I like a lot, and I'm going to share with you shortly. That makes the trading even easier. And for me to say that, I'm kind of an old dog, so it takes me a while to learn a new trick. One habit that I consider essential is that at the end of every day, that you take a look at what didn't go as planned and try to figure out why. And with our simulator, you can go back to the specific time that you took the trade and take a look at exactly what you were looking for and try to figure that out. And the better you can figure that out, the less mistakes you'll make, and the better trader you are. We don't have anything to look at because today's Monday. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are kind of very good at forward projecting what's going to happen. Now, some people trade on news events, and we want to know what we're not going to trade on those news events, but we want to know what the news events are so that we can trade around them. I like to find out the news events on forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into kind of three components. Yellow, which is low impact, we ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I ignore those. And red, which is high impact, these are guys I want to trade around. And right now we've got no reds coming up, so we've got kind of clear sailing. Tomorrow morning we'll have some things to think about, but right now we've got clear sailing. So with that, let's jump into the analysis. The trade I'm going to show you this afternoon is something called the 10-point trade signal. There are three parts to the chart, and each of the parts are measuring something different. Basically, I want to find a trade where all three sections line up. When all three sections line up where the lines are going in the same direction, that's a high probability trade and one that I can make money off of. So I am going to trade off of a 1 hour chart. And on a 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips 3 times a day, I am doing terrific. So with that, let's take a look and see what we've got. Chart I am going to trade off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. And it is a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. And in this case, they're all US-based pairs. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and the minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the oversold line. So when these lines, the major and minor lines, are above the overbought line, when these lines are above the overbought line, that's a good time to sell. But specifically, I don't want the lines going up. I want the lines pointed down. So I'm looking for situations where we're overbought and the lines are pointing down, or this red line here, the horizontal red line, is the oversold line. And I'm looking for the major and minor lines to be going up. So here you see the red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. They're pointing up. Lines move up through the channel, and then we've got these green candles, and here you would have been able to carve out. Oops, come on here. 17 pips over 3 hours. So we would have got our 11 pips, probably the third hour in. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for situations where we're oversold and the lines are going up, or overbought and the lines are going down. So here we're overbought, the lines are going up. There's nothing. I don't have what I'm looking for, so I don't need to look at the rest of the chart. Euro USD, overbought, everybody's going up, so nothing there. Pound USD, overbought. The minors have started to turn. Both minor lines, the green line and the red line, are going down. Excuse me, the majors are going down. The minors are going up. So I don't have agreement. I want all the lines going down. Dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold. Minors are going down. Majors have started to turn, so nothing there. Dollar, Swiss franc, we're kind of in the middle of the channel. Generally, I do not consider a trade when we're past the halfway mark. I want to catch a trade up here and run it down. Right here, it looks like we're sitting on a resistance line. Dollar yen, we're in the middle of the channel. Majors are going up, minors are going down. So again, I don't have agreement. So I'm going to pass. I have cloned this chart and come up with another 6 pairs. And these pairs are non-Euro USD. So here, Euro pound, oversold. Everybody's going up. And I have what I call the double cross, where the green line has crossed over the red just barely, and the gray line has crossed over the black. So I've got the 3 points I'm looking for. 1, we're oversold. We're below the red line. 2, all the lines are going up. And 3, the green line's crossed over and the gray line's crossed over. Now, I also, so those are the 3 conditions I want. I also want the green line to have a slope of greater than 45 degrees. That's a plus. Well, actually, that's a condition in my mind. I don't like that the green line is so far away from entering the channel. That's a negative to me. Now, when I have the 3 points here, because you can see it's the line's been hanging out oversold for a long time. I'd rather have the green line closer to entering the channel, kind of where the gray line is here. I jump up to my TNTs, and there's 4 lines up here, 2 orange lines and 2 blue lines. I want to count how many of these lines are supporting the buy that I'm seeing here. So thin orange is going up, telling me buy. Thick orange is going up, telling me buy. Dotted blue is coming down. The blues are inversely related. So when blue's coming down, that means buy. So dotted blue's coming down. Thick blue's going up, which means sell. So 3 of the 4 are telling me sell. Telling me buy. I want at least 3 of the 4. When I have that, then I'm going to jump down to the pressure on this bottom section, and I want the pressure lines either going up, which they're not, or I want the green line on top, which it is. So I've got 7 points here. 1 point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here. Now, the one problem we have, so this is kind of the signal I'm looking for. I've told you my little caveat. I'd ideally like to have this a little closer to entering the channel, but I'm willing to go on to my next step. Now, the issue here is we're trading off of a 1-hour chart. And when I trade off of a 1-hour chart, I want the trading to be active in at least one of the 2 of these markets. And right now, in Europe, in England, it's 5 hours later, so it's 9 o'clock, or it's approaching 9 o'clock. And in Europe, it's anywhere from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, depending on where you are. So in Europe, these guys are in the pub, the traders are in the pub, and in Europe, you know, they're doing something. So it's not active trading. And since I'm trading on an hour chart, I want to get that move within the next 1 to 3 hours. On an hour chart, a trade should close within 1 to 3 hours. So since it's not active trading, it's going to take longer, even though the signal's here for the move to materialize. So I am not going to take a trade, even though I got my signal here. I'm going to pass on this euro pound. Now, normally, if I saw this, what I would do is I would then go and I would take a look at, I would confirm it by looking at multiple time periods. So here's a euro pound. This is what we were just looking at on the 1 hour chart. I'd want to see that we were oversold on the 2 hour chart, which we are. All the lines are below the red line, and oversold on the 4 hour chart. Those are the two conditions I'm looking for to take this trade. Now, and the reasoning behind it is if we're oversold on the 2 and the 4 hour chart, if for some reason this signal weakens, I will still eventually pick up the trade because we're oversold here. They're going to turn up eventually. It just means I'm going to have to wait longer to make my money off of this trade. But there is much less of a chance of me getting stopped out if these are oversold because there's not much more down in the movement. But again, because of the time of day, I'm going to pass on this. But that doesn't mean we can't find something else. Australian dollar yen overbought going up, so nothing here. Now, can you make 10 pips when we're overbought and it's going up? Come on. Yes, you can. You could have got 22 pips here over the course of 3 hours. But it's just not part of my trade plan. I don't want to get caught with a buy trade when we're overbought and all of a sudden it turns and comes down. Euro Canadian dollar. So here we had the euro pound, euro Canadian dollar. This I like even better than this. Overbought. Now, actually, this is quite interesting. Euros first tier, euros first tier. This is a sell trade. This is a buy trade. That I don't like that. We should have. So there's something significantly different going on between the Canadian dollar and the pound. But overbought, everybody's going down, and I've got the double cross. Red's on top, black's on top. Good steepness on the green line. Green line is entering the channel. So I like this better than this, where we've got this little gap here. I don't mind that the miners have kind of run through the channel. I care about where the position of the green line is. So as long as he's less than halfway, this is good to me. 2 orange lines going down. 2 blue lines going up. So all 4 are telling me sell. But the pressure isn't with me. Pressure isn't with me. I've got sideways pressure, weak sideways pressure. And what makes the pressure line stronger is the closeness of the lines and the steepness of the lines. So here we got a big gap. And kind of the red, the green line is almost horizontal, sideways, but it's green is on top, not the red is on top. Green is on top here. It's good because it's a buy. But here, this is a sell. I want either the red on top or these lines going down. So nothing here. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We're just reaching overbought. Pound yen, sideways. overbought and sideways. And Australian or Euro Australian dollar oversold. Majors going down. Minors are kind of sideways. So nothing there. Again, I've cloned it. We've got 6 more pairs to look at. Canadian dollar, yen just reaching overbought. Euro New Zealand dollar oversold. Majors are starting to go sideways. Minors still going down. Pound New Zealand dollar. Pound New Zealand dollar. We were overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line, but we're a little bit less than, a little bit more than halfway. I'm going to think about this one. We're going to come back to it. Pound New Zealand dollar. I want to see if there's something better. So we got 3 points here. 2 orange lines going. 2 orange lines going down. 2 blue lines going down. So I only have 2 of the 4. Remember, when blue lines go down, that means buy. They're inversely related. I want to have at least 3 of these lines telling me sell. So actually, since I don't have that, we're going to pass. Pound New Zealand dollar overbought. Everybody's going up. New Zealand dollar USD overbought. Majors are starting to turn. Minors still going up. Euro Swiss franc overbought. Majors are starting to come down. Minors going up. So we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Let's look at some more. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought. Everybody's still going up. Canadian dollar. Swiss franc, yen. All right, everybody's going up. Double cross. So we got 3 points here. We were oversold. We touched oversold, but they're going up. We only have 2 of the 4 here. Thick orange is going up. Thick blue is going down. So we're just a hair, the green line just a hair over the halfway mark, but I don't have what I want here, so we're going to pass. Overbought. Euro yen going up. Pound Australian dollar oversold, going down. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Overbought. All the lines are going down, but I don't have the double cross here on the red. I do have it on the minors, but I don't have it on the majors, so nothing. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We don't have agreement between the majors and minors. So we just went through 24 pairs in about 20 minutes, and I didn't see anything I liked. Didn't see anything that I liked that I wanted to trade. So I'm going to change gears real quick, and we're going to use another trade strategy. So that's one of the nice things. So we've got a dozen different trade strategies. This other trade strategy I'm going to look at is a scalp strategy, and you can take it at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left. And right now we've got 6 minutes left in the top of the hour. So we're going to go through and see if we can see this setup. This setup is based on the position of the thick orange line, and the trade is called the thick orange line. And when the thick orange line, it's a scaled number. It's a scaled line. So when it's as high as it can go, this number's at 10. So when it's at 10, it thinks there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. So I am looking for situations where we are at 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. So here we are, 9.6. That's within 1 of 10. When I have this condition, then I'm going to take a look at where we are where the red line is on the major indicator. And I want that red line to be past the blue line. It is touching the blue line. I want it to be a little bit past the blue line, maybe between where the green line is and where the blue line is. It needs to be past it, so it's not quite. And I have condition 1. This is 10 or 0, and the red line is past. That trade's worth 5 pips. So we don't have it here. 2, no. 0, yes. My red line, no, is still, he's not past the red line here. The red line on the major indicator needs to get a little past the horizontal red line. So it's not quite there yet. The majors are telling me there's still a little bit more down in the movement. 5, no. 7, no. 7, no. This one is real fast to see if it's here. 0, yes. 0, yes. But look where my red line is. My red line is overbought. This is telling me there's down in the movement. This is telling me, it's time to go up. So we don't have agreement here. So we're going to pass. 4, no. 6, no. 5, no. 2, no. 10. So I'm looking for 0 to 10. So 10 is yes, but my red line isn't there. My majors are telling me, hey, there's more up in the movement. So even though the thick orange thinks, hey, there's no more up in the movement, my major indicator is telling me, yeah, there might still be a little bit more up in the movement. So nothing there. .8, yes. 0.8 is within 1 of 0. And the red line is way below the horizontal red line. So we've got condition 1 and 2. So we are going to take a sell trade. So you can take that in your simulator, or I'm going to open up MetaTrader 4 here. And we're going to take the trade. I'm going to take the trade in MetaTrader 4. So this is a demo account. Euro, Australian dollar. I do not have that open. Oh, here it is. Euro, Australian dollar. The spread is 8 points, which is all right. So I am going to click new order. As there's $5,700 in here, I'm going to move my decimal point over 4 spots. So it's going to be 0.57. So I can take anywhere from half of that, 0.25, all the way to double it, a little over 1. But I'm going to take 0.57 because I think there's another trade here we can take. Market buy. It records it. I'm going to right click, go to modify. And this trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. Click the little blue button. It does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss on this. And we're doing that because of the accuracy of the trade. So if I'm going for 5 pips, that's going to be 20 pip stop loss. And I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I got in at 65, 25. So I'm going to go to 65.30, 309, which is 5 above this, 5 pips above this. And it puts our lines in and I can see them all. Let's see if we get any other trades here. So we took I'm going to give you the core. We took a buy on the Euro Australian dollar with a take profit of 1.65309, 1.65309, and a stop loss of 1.65049 on the Euro Australian dollar. That's a buy. And let's see what else we've got. Nine. Red line isn't quite there. 9. Australian dollar, yen. Let's go ahead and take a buy on a sell on this. Australian dollar, yen. Do we have it open? Australian dollar, yen. No, we don't. File, new chart. Should be in maybe this Australian dollar, yen. Australian dollar, yen. And we're going to take a sell, new order. You know what? I'm going to check one more thing before we take the trade here. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the trade. Sell. Modify. Oops, wrong one. I already got that one in there. Get here. Come on. Modify. It remembers what I did last time. So 5. Click the little blue button. It does the math for me. Click the little red button. It does the math for me. And I want to make sure I get the full 5. So I got in at 100.85. So if I take 5 pips away from that, it's going to go to 801. So we took a sell on the AUD JPY with a take profit of 100.801, and a stop loss of 101.053. 101.053. On this trade, what it is when those two conditions are met, the orange line is at either one end or the other, and the red line is past either the overbought or oversold line. It's like an elastic, pulling an elastic. And when the new candle comes up, there's a little bit of a snap. And this trade should close within the hour. And we get that little bit of a snap. So, all right, gang, thank you for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, the best way to do it is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We're good at it. We're willing to teach you. Not only are we willing to teach you, we're so confident we can teach you to do this that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. We make money when you make money. All right, great. Join me again tomorrow morning at 6:30, and we'll do this again. And by that time, both of these trades will have closed. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.